Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Welcome to my messy desk. I just finished cleaning the gunk out of the threads and caps of all of these water mixable oil paints because I was doing a little oil painting yesterday and I was having some difficulty getting the caps off. So I know when that happens, it's only a matter of time before those are on so much that I can't even get them off. And then you end up having to either cut from the bottom of the tube to get some paint out, and then once you do that, you kind of got to use it up. And I don't want that to happen. I really like this paint and I want to be able to use it all up. So I thought I would show you what I do to get these caps so we can open them and close them very easily now. See how nice and, I mean, it doesn't look that clean because it's, you know, obviously open and used, but it is much easier to get in and out of these tubes now. I guess I should have saved one that was stuck. But first thing you want to do, if you can't get into your tube, find something like a opener. There's this one here. This one I use the most. I really like it. But you can get them in a kitchen store, and there's little teeth in there that will catch the tube and help you open it. There's also this thing by Golden called the gripper, and I don't find this one works quite as well, but it definitely helps. It gives you a little bit of leverage so you don't tear up the skin on your fingers. So that would be the first thing. Get a tool like that that can help you get into your tube. Now I did use that yesterday to get this open so I could paint with it. The next thing you want to do is you want to find some sort of tool that you can pick away the dried paint. So if you can kind of see there, it's crusty and gross. So what I first would go for would be a ball end stylus, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and hopefully I can stay in frame. I would go in with a ball end stylus first and see if I can push out any of these big clumps. And this is something you want to do, like if you've got a podcast you want to listen to, or an audiobook, or maybe a movie you want to put on that you don't really need to pay attention to very much. You know, this is perfect to do a project like this. If you're not feeling very inspired, and can't think of anything to paint, or you're not feeling very creative, do a project like this. It can also be a nice warm-up for your day of painting, just kind of puttering around as you daydream about what you might want to create. So after you've gotten the big clump out, then you want to go in and you want to be careful that you don't damage the threads of the tube. Now, obviously, it's better to just be careful when you're using your paint, that you just, you know, squeeze out what you need and you put the cap on nice and clean. Or if you do get, you know, paint on the threads, you wipe it off then when it's still wet. But, you know, sometimes we don't realize that we, you know, get a little overage, or maybe you squeeze the tube a little too much and paint's still coming out when you cap it off and you don't realize it. You know, especially if you're using a tube wringer, you have to be careful about that, because sometimes it'll continue to be squishing the paint out even after you've you put the paint on your palette and gone to cap it back up. So you end up getting that extra and it squishes out. So just be careful of those things. Now, if you do end up squishing out some extra paint, just have a little disposable palette or maybe some packaging or something nearby to put that out on, and you can use it in your next painting. So that's why I said it can be nice to do before you begin your day of painting. All right, we got that pretty well cleared out. And then I'm going to go into the lid itself. Now this lid doesn't look too bad, but I just try to like find the edge of the I hope this is staying in focus. If not, I apologize. Find the edge of the thread and just kind of run that little needle tool right in the spiral around there. And look, I just pulled out a nice satisfying spiral of dried pigment. Probably should wear gloves too, especially if you're working with any toxic paint. These are not, there's no toxic ones in these colors that I'm using today, so. And they're water mixable, so I can wash my hands pretty easily when I'm done. So I'm just going to be careful to just go around the threads so that you don't like cross thread them or damage or nick the threads. And you can dig out any paint that's still in there. And then what I like to do is go in and wipe it out with like a Q-tip. And you can use some solvent with that if it's a regular oil. Since this is water mixable oil, I can go in there with a little water. Clean it out really well. Obviously you would use water. If you're doing acrylics, you'd use whatever, like Gamsol or turpentine or whatever solvent you like to use. If you're doing a traditional oil paint, if you have a really bad cap, like for a watercolor tube or something, you could always soak it. At least with watercolor, if you do end up dry, like your tubes do get stuck, you can always cut open the tube and get the paint out, let it dry and pop the paint out of there, but not so much with oils and acrylics. And you can take a wet rag or a rag with solvents in it and just kind of wipe off the thread, or you could do that with a wet Q-tip as well. You don't want to get more paint stuck in there. You can still see a little debris I want to get out of there. And all this crusty grossness that's on my table was pulled out of those paints. And now I know that when I put these away, they're going to be really easy to open the next time I come to it. So when you put the cap on, just make sure that you are getting it on the threads properly. I like to open and close it to make sure I haven't cross-threaded anything. And then if I do see any other little bits of grime, I can go in there and run the tool along the threads again and clean it up. Get that last bit of gunk out of there, and there you have it. That's how you clean out the threads so that your tubes of paint will open and close easily. So even though they don't look pristine, those caps are gonna, it doesn't matter which one I pick, the cap is gonna come on and off really easily. And that's the goal. Your earth colors, I think, tend to be the more difficult ones, so just take care of your paints, because the most affordable option that you can use, the most frugal product that you can use is what you already have. So keeping those supplies in good working order is going to save you so much money in the long run, especially if you like to buy the good stuff, because you bought it, you might as well use it. The only wasted paint is the paint that stays in the tube. So I hope this inspires you to get your studio in order, do a little creative maintenance today, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye!